Hi, everyone. Welcome to my Facebook Live. I'm hoping that you did catch my post earlier saying that I was on tonight, Wednesday night, instead of Thursday night, which is my usual time. And if not, hopefully you'll catch the replay and comment along with that. So I would like to welcome each and every one of you. My name is Marilyn Wagner. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator coming to you from Spruce Grove, Alberta, Canada. And I love sharing different designs and projects with each and every one of you. If you're watching on YouTube, I invite you to subscribe to my channel so that you don't miss out on any of the posts. And if you're watching on Facebook, I would like to invite you to please comment on the StreamYard link at the top of this post so that your name will come up like this. Bonnie has done that, as you can see. And each time that we're on the same channel together again, she does not have to do that. It's only a one-time thing. So thank you, Bonnie, for doing that. That's great. So I'm going to go through my usual thing. I am going to switch the camera here so you can see me. Yes, I'm here. Good to see you all. Thank you for joining me, and hopefully you've brought along a friend. We always love having new crafters join us for this crafting session. My usual spiel is the different classes I have. So we have 12 months of Christmas cards, the second Thursday of the month. So I'm doing that tomorrow. And I have some great things ready to share with the ladies. So thank you to all who have joined me for that. The monthly card club class is the third Wednesday, and that will, just because of the way the days fell, that will happen on the 21st. So registration ends next week for that one. And anyone in Canada can register and join, or you can get the PDF from anywhere in the world. The kits I can only send out to Canada though. And every Friday we do have a Zoom with Friends class. So we have so much fun with this class. We have people from all over joining in and teaching. Everyone can have a turn at teaching if you want to. There's no pressure. You don't have to. If you can't come up with something, I'll make sure we're doing something so that we can still craft together and laugh and joke and have just a wonderful time. So hopefully you'll join me for that sometime. Okay, so I'm going to show you a couple other things that are happening. Of course, first and foremost, that I'm excited about, because Lily and Joanne and I are working on this, getting ready for you, is Stamping Staycation. It's an online virtual retreat that we have 3 times a year. This is our 8th one. Some of you on here have been before, so please put in the comments what your favorite part was. And we would like to invite each and every one of you. As you can see on the screen, we have a special going on for this particular one. If you bring a friend who has never attended Staycation before, both you and that friend can save 25%. So we do have a lot of registrations happening already. And for those of you who have registered, if you haven't yet, please join the private Facebook group, because we are doing activities over there already. And we'd love to have you join in with those. Then I have these specials that are ending today. So 11:59 or whatever it is that Stampin' Up! Uses for their cutoff. There are I'll show you 3 different screens of 4 items that they have on special for this week. And then there will be new ones out tomorrow. So there is this one, there is this one, and this one. So there are dies, there are embellishments, there are card stock paper, there's boxes. So lots of great things to get a special price on for that. So you'd like to, I'm sure you want to hop on and get some of those. Let me know if you have any questions. And now I will try to do this properly and get you down to my desktop. And while I'm getting things set up there, and I have my question for you, my question today is, I had to, well, I didn't have to. I volunteered to drive my daughter from an eye appointment today, and the office was really, really busy. So therefore, we were an extra hour longer than she figured, and we figured an hour, but she was extra long. And I was lucky enough, I do have an iPhone that I use in the vehicle, and I was able to keep in touch with a couple of friends and do some posting to my Stampin' Up website as well while I was there. But it got me to thinking that I need to know from you, what do you do if you have to spend that extra time waiting? You know, whether you're waiting to pick up kids from school, whether you're waiting in a doctor's office, not waiting at a stoplight. That's not a good thing because you should be paying attention to the driving there. But you know what I mean. So for my comments while I'm getting this ready and going to show you what we're going to do, please pop it into the comments. Some of the things that you like to do. I was about, when she messaged me to say that she was ready, I was starting to look up a podcast. I have a list of podcast contributors that I would like to listen to. And I thought, if I can get this, maybe I can have it set up on my phone to actually work as when I am driving. So pop it in there and communicate with each other as always. We always have a great time. I do see in the comments a couple of them just saying Facebook user. If you'd like to go to the top of the post where I planned this and you signed on here tonight, there is a link to StreamYard.com/Facebook. If you click on that, it allows StreamYard to show your name in the comments, and then I can see it. If not, I will go back and read them all as always afterwards. And would love to be able to comment by name here. I see Karen, I see Linda. Welcome. Thank you for joining me. As always, I really appreciate you guys being here with me. So on my desktop, you can see another special that's happening with Stampin' Up, Perfect Partners. Now, I looked at these quickly, and I do not have any of them to show you the actual product, but I will just highlight them. Right now, for the month of September, they have brought in dies that go with stamp sets, and the stamp sets are in the catalogs, but the dies are not. So this is a one-time thing for the month of September that you can get a bundle at the 10% off. So there's the Apple Harvest bundle, Fresh Cut Flowers bundle, Playful Piggies, this birthday piggy, but it says Playful Piggy dies, tree trimming dies, goes with the trim the trees, the waterfall dies, Waterfall Canyon, I believe. Gail, I don't know if you're on here tonight or not, but I think you have that one. And Lillian did a really cute one with the Yeti to Party set on Monday when she did her Facebook Live. So some great deals there if you're looking to have dies rather than fussy cutting for those kind of things. Often take a book. Yes, good idea, ladies. I will go back and read all of those after. Thank you. Okay, we have our mini catalog and our annual catalog still happening. And tonight, if you were on right in the beginning, you would have seen the card that I am going to show for you. Let me show for you. It sounds like I'm going to take you somewhere. This is what we're going to make. Not with that designer paper. I've got different designer paper, but it is so easy and it looks so difficult. To me, it does anyway. So let's just hop back to the desktop. And I want to thank Rose Coleman for sharing on her page that particular card. I did reach out to her and she said, definitely go ahead and case it. That's the best kind of flattery you can have. And I agree with her. If any of you want to say you learned it here, just tag me with it, and I would love to see what you make. So it's a cute little card. You can do, I cut out of the designer paper. This is, if you don't recognize it, the Rustic Harvest paper. And I have a few pieces left, but I've used quite a bit of it. So it is the Harvest colors, and I just use those. I always need birthday cards, so I've used birthday. And I was making it, and I thought, okay, that's cute. Okay, how am I going to put it in an envelope? And then I realized that the size that she gave it fits perfectly in an envelope like that. And yet when you take it out, it stands up perfectly. Isn't that cute? I really thought that was a special design card, and I wanted to share it with you. So I'm going to leave it there, I guess. And we're going to make one out of these colors along with this Hues of Happiness designer paper. I have a number of the flowers cut out already, so we'll just have to pull them to finish our embellishing. And I need an envelope because I do want to make sure that I stamp on the envelope this time. Okay, no other questions or concerns? That's good. We are going to start with our base, and I will add these dimensions afterwards, but I will show them to you here. So you have a card base that is 5.5 by 4.25. So that's our regular size. Thus, it fits in the envelope. And it's scored at 2 3/4. So I'm going to just fold it, and that's going to make our card base. Then I actually have 3, 2 that are 4 by 2.5, and they will go here. And then another one on the back. I don't know if you realize that on this one, you could leave both backs to be white to write on, but I decided not to, and I did not keep them so they lined up because I don't think it matters once you get the inside pieces on it. So, whoops, get my silicone mat in here and use it for my adhesive because it works better that way. And you can use whatever adhesive you like. I don't expect that I'm going to need a lot of wiggle room on this. I'm hoping I can do it straight, so therefore I am going to use Stamp and Seal, just so it doesn't feel left out, because quite often I only use the liquid glue. So I'm going to just put my layers here. And even with this, if you don't burnish it, like really push down on it right away, there is a chance you could pick it up and peel it. But I like to turn mine over so that my hand moisture is not affecting it. So there's the base. And this one, I'm going to put on the back right now so I don't lose it or wonder where it goes. And we've just had here in Spruce Grove a weather warning that we're going to have severe thunderstorms. So if we hear big loud crashes, we will know what's happening, right? Then I have the inside piece, and it is, oh, I know why. I cut the pink to begin with, and then I decided I wanted to give it a little bit of different colors, so I did cut Night of Navy. So it's 4.5 by 2, scored at 1/2, 2 1/4, and 4. So in the middle, and then 1/2 inch off either side is that one. And I use my bone folder. So that's going to go that way. And then these little pieces are your tabs that you're going to use to glue. And I will use liquid glue on those because I'm going to need some wiggle room. So virtually that is going to go kind of like that. Okay. So make sure I'm doing it right. I've only done one before. Oh. So I'm going to put my glue on there, and when I go to place it, I want to place this along the bottom, right at the center. I'm going to lay that side down, fold that under, and lay that side down. And there's the first layer. Okay. Then on top of that is another designer paper, and I have just chosen another one out of that package. They are 1 7/8 by 1 1/2. So they're not square. So you do have to know which direction you're going to put them. But don't put them like that. I'll have to clean that up for sure. So you've got a little bit more room on the sides than on the top and the bottom, but that is okay. Try to not get glue. And remember, it's only paper. If you have to redo it, oh well. So there's my other color there. And remember to stick around with me till the end, because I will do the draw. I have a giveaway tool set up to draw from all of your comments tonight that actually happened during the live, whether you're on YouTube or on Facebook. And then I have made the draw for all the comments from last week, whether you watched the replay or were on the live. So I'm going to use this piece that's 3 1/2 by 1/2 for my happy birthday greeting. And I'm going to actually use embossing on it because I realized that sometimes there are new people watching who have never stamped before and do not know about embossing. This is a heat embossing. This is an embossing buddy to try and keep the ink from where it shouldn't be. And if you notice on this one, I did not use it, and I've got a couple pieces of stuff there that I don't want. So I made sure I was going to use it this time. I'm using Versamark. Doesn't look very good, but it is still a good ink pad. It is a very sticky ink that takes a bit of time to dry and gives you more time to, just trying to figure out where that is. Sorry about the interruption. Gives you more time to put your embossing powder on it. So once you've stamped it, and I keep my embossing buddy like this so that I remember to use it most of the time. Once you've stamped it, you can take it with, and I still use these dishes with it. I don't use this new tray we have, but it is there if you want to. So I can dip my piece, and you can still see there's a little bit there that I don't want. So I have a paintbrush. That was that phone message you heard was my brother. He left here about half an hour ago on his motorcycle. So he did make it without too much of the storm. So that's good to know. So then when I'm pleased with that, I will close this up, and I am going to use these tweezers are very strong, and I'm going to use my heat tool to melt that. So you always heat up your heat tool first. It's quite warm, and then you can see as you hold in one place, once it's started changing the color, see it going from dull to shiny, you can move it all over your your stamped image. And you can do this with words, you can do it with images. And that's basically all there is to heat embossing. So then I am going to, that's going to go on my piece here. But first of all, I am going to put this on my card base. So this is what I'm calling the bendy piece. It's 6.5 by 1. You scored 1/2 inch and 6. So again, you've got a 1/2 inch lip on either side to do your, to attach it to the card. And it is wider than your card base. Remember, it was only 5.5. So you've got 1/2 inch that's going to bow up. And if you want to give it a little bit more bowing, you can do that with your bone folder. And then again, I'm going to just use this to make sure. And I'm going to attach it right on both corners, or right up against both corners, I guess I should say. And then we're going to just hold it there for a sec. And over here where I spilt all that glue, I'm going to put this piece, because I can feel it being sticky there. So I guess it was in a good place that I actually had the extra glue. And I do have an eraser that I will tidy that up with afterwards, because I don't want it sticking where it shouldn't. So there is how you get your bendy part on it. Isn't that kind of a neat layout? So now we need to do a little bit of embellishing. And you certainly could, instead of the liquid glue on there, you could use tear and tape. It would hold beautifully. I have not looked at these, so I'm thinking that I'm going to, because it's going to lay flat, I don't need to worry about it buckling there. So I can add whatever, but I'm probably kind of a, I don't know. What do you think? Do I need yellow in that? Maybe a yellow down here for highlight. And now that I've asked you that, I have to look and see what you're going to tell me. Or should I just use the pinks? These are stamped ones. I don't think I want those. And then I have a purple. So, any suggestions? I am going to use a bit of the green just because. And I'm thinking, if it's my choice, I'm going to use the purples and the pinks. Don't see any answers from you guys. Okay. You can see I've cut some of these out of the paper just because they were along the edges, but you can still use those. So I have quite a selection here of what to use. I like the yellow one. You like the yellow one, Bonnie? Okay. Maybe the darker one. Maybe that would be kind of there. And then again, we should probably be in odd numbers. Do I have that little guy? Okay, I do want to have room for my greeting there, and I am going to grab a strip of this to put it on. Maybe I'll put it on first. Like the yellow, light pink, and darker pink. Whoever that is from the Carmen, the purple. Carmen, I will make you a purple card at some point because you wanted purple last week and I didn't do it. So just know that I'll remember you for that. I'm going to use this because on this one, I found when I used just dimensionals, I felt it was sticking up on the edges. So I decided for this piece, I would, and this is like dimensionals. If you don't have that, you can certainly find it. It comes in strips like this, sticky on both sides, foam adhesive strips. So I think what I'll do with that purple, yellow, yellow, light pink, dark pink. That's those. Okay. We'll just kind of move these so I don't get too confused. And I'm going to add this first. And try to place it in the center, up and down. Well, you can still see it, but I do like it. Okay, then I'm going to add the yellow here, and I'm just going to use liquid glue for that. So just somewhere I want to place it. As long as it's not sticking over that edge, we should be good. And then I think I'll put a little bit of the dark pink here. And these are great because dyes cut them out of the paper. So when you lay it flat, you can see that. And you know what? I don't have my piece of white for the back, but I will get it. Now, having done that, my strip is not bending quite as much as it was. There, maybe that fixed it. Okay, I want a couple of green, just because I like the contrast. So I am going to tuck a green right there, and perhaps oh, they're both the brighter green. If I could get one. What about back in there? Let's see what that does. There. I like it. I hope you do too. Thanks, Linda. Yes, the replay will be there. And if you win, I know how to send you the winning cards. I am hoping you're enjoying the cards as much as I'm enjoying sending them to you, because I love sharing our creations. So there is my card, and I guess maybe I should have used dimensionals there because it doesn't bend quite as much, but I really like it anyway. So I need a little bit of color on my envelope. So I'm going to take that particular one, and that is Melon Mumbo. How do you have your stamps stored? Do you know how to pick them up quickly like that if you're looking for name or whatever? Karen, you always thought Bendy cards were complicated. Me too, till I actually watched Rose doing this one, and then it was like, oh my gosh, look at that. So I am going to add 1, 2 there for that one. And I don't have my stamp set to go with that one, so I'll have to do that one later. But you get the idea. Always try and dress your envelopes up, because I'm sure the mailman loves to see what we're doing with those, right? So the other thing that you can certainly do here, you could add more embellishments, or I have Wink of Stella, which I like. See how sparkly you can get those? Just a little bit in the center of each of them, and you've got some sparkle happening right away. Okay, so thank you all for coming along, and I would like to, this card will go to someone next week. This card will stay in my stash for a while. I have last week's card, which I did the draw for, this one where we did the coloring on the dragonfly. I was going to call it a dandelion. That wasn't the right word. The dragonfly. And when I did draw for that, it went to Roz. So Roz, you can touch base with me. I will get that out to you in the mail. And I don't have, look at my basket for cards to share with you. It was empty today. So I thought, that's not fair because you guys like seeing cards. So I'm going to switch and share my screen for, just a sec here, for the name giveaway tool, it's called. Let's get the right name here. And see if I can bring that up so you guys can see when I draw. Okay, I'm hoping that you see that. Yes, you should be able to see it right there. So I'm going to, look at this. Oh, it does say. Okay, I was going to say, I had it open, but I didn't start anything. So there are 5 entries, so therefore, how be I just do 5 draws? And I will jot those down as we go so that I don't remember. Don't forget. Jeepers. Karen, draw again. The other thing for whoever that is that did not, Diana, click on that link to allow StreamYard, your name does not end up in here, which is a real shame because I'd like to share cards with everyone. So please do that even after the fact, and then it will be ready for next time when you make a comment, and I can give away some more of my cards. And I will show you the cards I have picked to send as soon as I'm done these draws. Carmen. I'll see if I can find a purple card, Carmen, to send. And last but not least, Karen Y. So Karen 2, Diana 2, and Carmen 1. Okay, stop sharing and pick this to come back to you. Oh, show you the cards. That was what I was supposed to do, right? Let's try that again. Okay, I have chosen this card, which is a really different layout. Beautiful paper in grays and pinks. This one with this paper was stamped that way. It wasn't done with the block, but it's very similar to that one we did a few weeks ago with putting ink on the block and then stamping with it. And just a piece of the designer paper there. Yeah, Carmen, here's a purple one. You make me smile. So purple, again, piece of the designer paper, the hydrangea paper there. This one is just using squares of designer paper with cardstock behind, but it's a really neat layout. And nothing on the inside of that one. And this one, it might be somebody who shared this with me, and I apologize if I can't remember who, but I know that this was to be a gift card. You could put a gift card in here. I do remember that part. So thank you for sharing, and now I'm paying it forward. I'm sharing it with one of you who have won. So thank you ever so much for all of you for being here and for your comments. And if you're on YouTube, your comments there, or if you're watching the replay, whatever works. I just really appreciate everything that you share on here and do with me. And thank you again for coming on a different night. I have another meeting tomorrow night. That's why I had to change it. And so next week, I do plan on being back on the Thursday evening. And please bring along a friend. It would be more fun if we can all play together, crafting and having fun. Take care now, everyone. Have a good night. Bye.